everyone, my name's Tara Mistful and welcome back to another Training Rambles video. I haven't done one of these in a long time and I really want to do them more often because you guys seem to really enjoy them and I really want to be posting more Star Stable videos. So I'm just here with Snowbell. She's already maxed. I don't have any horses to train, but I still enjoy just running around the map and doing races, so that's just what we're going to do today. And we're going to start here at the observatory. So I have been wanting to post more Star Stable videos. Most of the Star Stable videos I post these days are update videos. So I really want to post some other Star Stable videos besides that. I also sometimes post club activities and things, and of course Ghost, but I'm gonna mention that straight away because I know there's gonna be someone who will ask. Yes, I'm still doing Ghost, and the reason it's not out yet is because I'm waiting on voice actors. It's all filmed and stuff. I'm just waiting for my voice actors to get their lines in. Oh dear! oh, whoops. It is a busy time of year. People have exams and the holidays are coming up. So I hope you guys can be patient. I have to be patient too because I really want to get Ghost out. But yeah, people do have other things to do, so that's okay. I have been posting a lot of different games besides Star Stable. I have really been enjoying it. It was always the plan to post other games besides Star Stable. And I'm toying with the idea of having another short film. Veronica Sunflower is currently holding a short film competition and I'm thinking about entering, but I'm not sure. I have had a bit of a plot on my mind for a while now, but I'm just not quite 100% on it. It's nice that they got rid of those big log stacks. They were really annoying. So I don't know, but today I kind of actually wanted to talk about where I get my inspiration for videos, because I have had some people ask me before, specifically videos like Ghost or Fearless, kind of my series and movie sort of videos. So I wanted to talk about that today, where I get my inspiration, and hopefully that can kind of help some of you. Oh no, come on. Hopefully that can help some of you guys if you're thinking about starting a Star Stable series or a short film or something like that. So, inspiration, where do I get it from? One of the big things that I kind of use for inspiration when I'm trying to come up with a movie or a series is location. It's very important to me, location. And the thing is, that's one of the great things about just riding around Star Stable, either doing races or just going on a trail ride, is looking at different locations around Star Stable. And I don't necessarily look for something specific. I more tend to ride around and kind of let the location tell its own story, if that makes any sense. Like, I'll ride around, I'll find a nice spot, and I'll kind of think of a story based around that location. An example is Ghost. When I was originally planning it, I discovered that area up Fir Mountain. I thought it was so beautiful, and I was kind of thinking, it'd be so great to have a series here. What if there was, a story about a wild horse that lived up here in this mysterious part of the Fir Mountains, and it kind of just grew from there. So that's kind of what I mean by getting inspiration from locations. Sort of just looking at locations and coming up with stories based around them, sort of seeing the story that you have, like Burke's Grange in Mistfall. It's sort of a farmhouse, and you could, come up with a story about a girl that lives there and rides horses and, continue on from there. So that's one of the things with location. I use that a lot to help me come up with stories. The other thing is horses. It's really easy to, well, for me at least, I like to base stories around a specific horse. That really helps. Because I have a few series that I'm planning to do after Ghost, and I've already come up with them because I've just been looking at the horses and looking at different locations. But it's sort of, what I do is, I kind of think about kind of what this horse's history is, kind of what story could they tell. Like Windsong, the one who plays Ghost, he's a wild horse in Ghost, but another horse may have been abandoned by its owners, that sort of thing. You kind of make up a history for your horses, and then you can sort of come up with a story for them. That's just one way of doing it. I definitely enjoy basing stories around horses, but even if you don't base the entire story around that horse, still looking at the horse that you've got, if you are going to be using a horse in your story, looking at that horse and thinking about what their personality is and things can also help shape the story a lot. The other thing I draw inspiration from is real life experiences. That's sort of how I came up with Fearless. It's sort of talking about, facing your fears and anxiety, and there's a lot of different underlying themes there, but the very simple basis of Fearless was about facing your fears, and I felt like that was something that a lot of people could relate to, and that's kind of how I came up with that story. I created a metaphor using the Dark Riders as a metaphor for the mother's fears. And so I kind of came up with that. Metaphors are another great way to come up with stories. I love metaphors very much. If you know me in real life, then you'll know I love my metaphors. But that's kind of how I came up with Fearless, is looking at real life experiences and creating metaphors that would help better explain what the message I'm trying to get across in a visual way, if that makes sense. So those are sort of the main things I think about when I'm going to make a series. You really have to try not to force it, and another thing is try not to focus so much on what other people are going to think about it. A lot of the time I feel like the stories just create themselves. You don't want to try and focus on it too much, and when I'm having trouble with inspiration, I'll often go to the location that the story is based at, and I'll look at it and kind of let the story create itself. Like when I was making Fearless, I spent a lot of time running around Southhook Peninsula. I also spent some time around Silverglade Equestrian Centre here, and sort of looking at the sort of lifestyle I wanted the girl, I can't remember her name now. Odette, of course, it was Odette because I didn't change her name. Odette, the kind of lifestyle I wanted Odette to have, and then also looking at New Hillcrest. So the stories really do help create themselves. I have another story that I'm planning. It's a series that I'm planning to have after Ghost, and that's going to be based around Moondust, also known as Dusty in Ghost series. It won't be connected to Ghost in any way. But that story is going to, I don't want to give away too much, but it is heavily based around Dusty, the horse, Moondust, and a big part of it is going to be in Golden Hills Valley because I found some really cool little hidden places there, and another part of it is going to be in the Harvest Counties in sort of the Yalheim area, and looking around there is also where I got my inspiration from. So those are really the main three things: real life experiences, the horses, and the locations. I know it can be really difficult to come up with inspiration when you're trying to come up with a story. Really try not to force it. Just kind of go with what feels good, I guess. Go with what feels right. Go with just kind of let your brain sort of explore. Try to keep a very open mind and just relax. It's kind of funny to me because I know a lot of people love to roleplay, but then they struggle to make stories. But the thing is, when you're roleplaying, you are creating a story. It's just a little bit different because, making a series, it's a lot more public than roleplaying is. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else I want to say. I'm trying to think of anything else that I use when I'm trying to come up with inspiration. Looking at other players in the game can actually help a lot too, particularly when I'm creating characters. I'll often, and this sounds really terrible and this isn't what I think in real life, but in the game, looking at different appearances of like my different friends, looking at how their appearance differs, kind of helps me build a character. Like when I was trying to pick a new writing instructor for Ghost, I was looking at a bunch of my different friends' appearances and kind of trying to figure out what sort of personality I wanted for my instructor and things, and that's how I created the character of Eden, just purely based on in-game appearances. Of course, in real life, appearances don't hold a lot of value to me at all. I'm much more interested in a person's personality, but in-game, when I'm trying to create a character, looking at appearances helps a lot. And I think that's the same with creating my own character, because often you'll be the main character in your series. So looking at my main character helps a lot. Changing different clothes as well, and kind of letting the clothes, I don't know, because when you put on different clothes, you look a bit different, and you kind of give off a different vibe, if that makes sense. So trying on different clothes, different outfits, gives my character a very different look, different hairstyles as well, and those things can help me build the personality of a character. Yes, but I can't really think of anything else that I use for inspiration. Those are really the main things. It's a lot of just sitting back and looking and observing and letting the story create itself, really. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this training rambles here. It isn't exactly long. I noticed that a lot of my training rambles aren't actually that long, and it's because back then my videos were like, 10 minutes was a long video, but now that I do Let's Plays and things that are 20 to 30 minutes long, these training rambles don't seem very long at all. But I honestly can't really think of anything else, any other tips I could give when it comes to creating a series. But those are the main things. Really just try to let the story create itself. Draw inspiration from as many different sources as you can, and have fun with it. Don't stress, just enjoy creating the story and enjoy creating the world. Yeah, those are really my main tips that I have for you guys. So I hope that helped in some way. I don't know, but I really do want to do more of these Training Rambles videos and other Star Stable videos. I want to bring up my Pony Pals series again. I did post one video of that, but I took it down because the starter horses got updated and then Silverglade got updated. So I'm going to make a new updated version of that video with Winsong and Cassie. So yeah, I've just been standing here talking. I hope this video has helped you guys. If there are any particular topics or subjects you'd like me to talk about in a Training Rambles video, let me know in the comments down below. And yes, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!